And there's my dog Oreo. What are you doing, Oreo? What are you doing? He's being lazy. But he's basically like a horse. He's a big baby. Until I actually figure out a format, I'm just gonna be chit-chatting to myself. To you. To see later. Yeah. But I love going to bookstores. That's one of my favorite things. I go to barnesnoble.com. I can spend all day in there just looking at books. Right. If I look a little tired today, I do most days. I work night shift and I stay up even on my nights off. Usually I just can't sleep. You know, if I wake up at midnight, anything wakes me up, then I'll be up until at least 4, 5, 6 in the morning, and then lay back down again. This morning I was up until probably 3:30 or 4 o'clock, then I had to get up again at 7:30. I'll take a nap later on today. So until I figure out exactly what it is I want to say, like write out maybe a little script or something, have a better idea, so it's, I guess there's more of a formula. Trucks with loud exhaust, that's where I live. I live in, well, it's like a country town. So everybody seems to have a big truck with a loud muffler, and they all seem to find the accelerator pretty well. So until I can make a list of things that are on my mind as far as writing goes, try to have an actual formula to go with the Chronicles of an Aspiring Writer 2.0. It's going to be kind of sporadic as far as structure and content. Hopefully I'll be able to get like a script down to where I can actually make it more interesting for you. I want to try to keep my videos to a relatively, I guess, short length. It's not going to be like a minute or two. That's just not enough time to talk about anything. Maybe 5 to 10 minutes. I'm going to try to keep them all under 10 minutes. And because I know a lot of you out there have a very short attention span, but I have a short attention span too. And if it's good enough, like Megan Bostick's videos had been, I enjoyed hers quite a bit, and I've seen them all multiple times. If I haven't done it already, I don't think I have, I'll put a link to her videos and you can watch hers. I think she had 19 parts to hers, and she went through some of her ups and downs, finding a literary agent and getting you know, a verbal contract, and was I think at the end she was awaiting her her actual contract in the mail for a publisher, you know, gonna publish her book. And she does have a book coming out, I think it's in January of 2012, called Never 18, which is originally called Mending Fences, that she talks about in her Chronicles of an Aspiring Writer. So if I don't put it in there, if I forget, remind me, and then I can go back and see if I can add it to in the doobly-doo for you. And I'm going to be trying to change up locations. Like behind me right now is my work area that has all my books. A lot of books and reference things like that. I like to keep silly little things back there behind me. On my desk, I like to keep a light atmosphere. I keep looking off to the viewfinder, so I'm not looking directly at you. I gotta break that habit. It's just odd for me starting out to talk to a camera lens. You know, like I'm talking to you. And maybe I can just think of it as like a single eye that I have to focus on, like I'm actually talking to somebody that won't talk back to me. Alright, so tell me what kind of things you want to know that that I'm going through, what kind of questions, what do you care about, and what should I not bore you with. But I'm gonna, you know, do the best I can and try to think of what would I want to know, what would I see. Right now, I'm not at the point to where I should look for a literary agent yet, because, like I said in the first episode of this series, that I've finished a first draft and I'm working on revising it, and revision can take a while. Hopefully it's not going to take forever for me, so I know that's just going to drag it out. I try to work on it a little bit each night, and I worked on it some last night, and I go back and I read some of the books that I've bought that tell me a bit about the steps in the process. Since I've never written a book before this one, I've never done anything of a significant length before, it's kind of new to me. So, for those of you who are just writing your first book, or wanting to write your first book, or even if you've published several books already, you can ask questions or give input, comments, video responses. And I have a website, dragonfiend.com. I'm thinking about probably starting a forum on there. I have one started. It's specifically for the website itself, something I've been wanting to get started. It's kind of sitting there. I haven't done a lot to push it through and make it known in public and all that, because I've been in school non-stop since January of 2005. Right now I'm working on another degree in the same profession. I'm working on a master's degree, and it gets pretty intense. I think I'm going to take a quarter off. This spring quarter, I think I'm going to take that off and just kind of relax my brain a little bit, do something that's more fun, I guess. I enjoy school and I enjoy learning and all that, but it does wear you out after a while, and I think I need a break. My family needs a break too. So I'm going to do that, and within that time, hopefully I want to be able to get through the entire manuscript and hash out a lot of the stuff. I've already got a lot of ideas, things that need changed, and I'm kind of stuck for what I want to do at the beginning, just because I want to make it interesting. I want to start it out with something really intriguing, like you should, to hook your reader, and I could go many different ways starting out. So I gotta pick which way I want to do, and I'm actually making a detailed outline so I can go through and see how the story flows and make some changes that way. So what I want to do with the blog that I'm going to start on my website, dragonfiend.com, is I'm going to probably write some of my thoughts and things down about the writing process and how I feel about it, how things are going, some of the frustrations, things that it would take too long to go into here on the videos, because I don't want these videos to be 15-20 minutes long. I could do several videos, but then that takes up a lot of time going through editing and trying to make the different ones. And so I'm going to go on and I'm going to try to stay up with that consistently, and I'll let you know in videos also whenever I update the blog. I may update it more often than I post videos. I'm not sure exactly how often I'll be posting the videos, just when I get the time between work and the kids and school and all of life's hecticness, if I can even speak. On dragonfiend.com, it'll be on the right hand side of the screen. You'll click on Fiend Form, it'll pop up in a new window, and then you'll select the discussion. The discussion, I'll probably just put Chronicles of an Aspiring Writer 2.0. So you'll be able to pick out which one it is. There are 3 other ones right now. And you can look around the website and read what it's about. I've posted on other YouTube channels what that website is about. I have one video up there kind of explaining what dragonfiend.com is about, what I would like to do with it. Maybe you guys can help me get that started a little bit. So go and check that out. I'll put a link in the doobly-doo to that video. Remind me if I don't. And I will get that blog and things started up as soon as I can. So just let me know what you want to see, what you want me to talk about. I'm going to work on getting like a script type thing together, get my thoughts together before I actually make one of these videos. Try to change the location up on you, get the background to be more interesting, or just, keep it from being the same old thing all the time. And there's not going to be anything extremely fancy with these videos, like you see on some of these other shows where they can do all kinds of editing tricks and all that. I don't have the software for that. I just have my camera, I got the Windows Movie Maker, and, that's about it. I don't have time for anything fancy, so sorry if you're hoping for something spectacular from me, but I'll see you on the next episode of Chronicles of an Aspiring Writer 2.0. Come and check me out, subscribe, make comments, leave video responses, whatever. Hopefully we can make some contacts, some friends, things like that through here. So I'll talk to you later.